Let me show you how to create a color mixing chart template in Microsoft Word that you can print on watercolor paper. I have the logo at the top, the colors, the color numbers, and the pigments going across the first row. The second row are just the numbers for reference, and the same numbers going down the first column. You want to start by having the list of all your colors typed up. Here I have the Cotman watercolors by Winsor Newton. I've listed the color names, the numbers on the paint tube, the pigments, and then any additional information. I also created a second list of just the numbers. These are the data sets that I'll use to populate the table. Next, you'll want to open up a new Word document in Microsoft Word. You'll want to change the margins. Click on Layout, click on Margins, and then Custom Margins. Change the margins to 0.25 to optimize space on the page, and click OK. Next, you'll want to insert a logo or a title at the top. I'm going to put a logo. I just found one off the internet. I right-clicked it, saved it to my desktop, and then I inserted it in the Word document. And now I'm going to copy and paste it over. I want to center everything on the page. I'm going to click on Home and click on the center button. Minimize the logo, make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to highlight everything. I hit Enter twice and then highlight everything and change the font to Arial. Let's click on Insert Table. We want the 20 paints plus 2 additional rows at the top and 1 additional column to the left for the label. So ideally we want 22 rows and 21 columns. However, when I insert the text, it'll add the columns for me. So for right now, I'm just going to make this 2 columns and 22 rows. And I want it to auto fit on the window. Click OK. Come over here and we're going to grab our first data set, which are the paint names. I'm going to highlight them, copy them, and I'm going to come over here and hit Enter twice. I'm going to paste them down here temporarily, and we're going to format these into a table. Highlight, select and highlight the text, click on Insert, Table, Convert to Text to Table. Have each of the rows be separated at each paragraph. To change this to 20 columns, and click OK. Select these cells here, and I'm going to copy them, first row, second cell, and paste them. This little square over here, I'm going to select it to select the table. I'm going to click on Layout and Auto Fit to Window. I have this extra column off to the right here. If I click just above it, once it turns into an arrow, and highlight it, I can come over here under Layout and click Delete the column. Perfect. Down below, I'm going to delete this extra data down here. Get that out of the way. Now we want to format this first row. I'm going to highlight it by clicking on off to the left side here and highlight the entire row. I'm going to change the font. Let's make it 8. Let's click on Layout. My screen is minimized. Let me expand it and then you'll see it. Text direction. If we click it twice, it'll change its vertical. I'm going to move my cursor to this line just below this row. When it changes to a line with the arrows going either direction, I'm going to click and I'm going to drag this down so that the words all fit on one line now. Center this text. I'm going to click on this bottom button. I'm going to click on the bottom center one. I want to optimize the space in the cells. So I am going to click on this square select the table again. I'm going to right click and go to Table Properties. Click on Options. And I'm going to change the spacing to 0.02. If you make it 0, then the text is basically going to be touching the line. But this way we're optimizing the space. Click OK. Oh, it changed our alignment again, so we need to click on the bottom center alignment again. Perfect. All right, now we're going to do the numbers. Come back over here. I'm going to select the numbers and copy them. Come back over here to a space below and paste them. I'm going to highlight them again, and then I'm going to click on Insert, Table, Convert Text to Table. I'm going to convert it at the paragraph. Right now we're going to do the labels on the left side, first column, so we'll just click OK. And then we're going to click off and then select them again, just the cells, copy them. We're going to paste them. All right, delete this for now. I'm going to come back over here, grab this data set, copy it, and paste it down here again. I want to select the text, click on Insert, Table, Convert Text to Table, and now I want make sure separated at the paragraph. Now I want to make 20 columns. Click OK. Perfect. Now I click off and then select just the cells, not the entire row. Copy them and paste them up here. Let's select these rows and make sure everything's centered. Click on Home, Center. I get rid of this extra text down here, delete it. Okay, now we want to make sure it's all fits on the screen. When I go to this bottom line here, to the line, until a line shows with the arrows going either direction, click and drag this line down to the bottom. Just far enough that we don't create a second page. I can even come over here to this ruler and I can drag this down and actually make this 0 just to optimize, and then just drag this down just a little bit further, just so that way it still prints, but I'm getting as much space on the page. Let's click on the table again, click on Layout, and let's click on Auto Fit to Window. Make sure, there we go. With the table selected, we're also going to click on Distribute Columns, so that way they're even. And then we want to just select the rows, second row down, and we want to distribute rows. I'm going to click on this and backspace because take that space away. And come down here and do this again. I'm optimizing the space, and then I drag that line down and I'm going to distribute these one more time. Select the rows, click on Layout, and distribute rows. Perfect. I need to format these cells so that way the numbers are centered. So I'm going to come back over here to Layout, and for you have these 9 icons again, I'm going to click on the center one. Perfect. You could leave the lines around this first row, but I like it nice and clean and I don't want those lines there, so I'm going to select this row and click on Table Design and click on Borders, put no border. It took the line off the first row, so I'm going to select this first row, click on Borders, and click on All Borders. So you can print a test page. Make sure it all prints on the page the way you want it to. When you go to print out watercolor paper, right now this is set up as 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. You can cut down the watercolor to 8.5 by 11. That's what I did. Or if your printer allows you to put in larger paper into the manual feed, your settings might be different based on your printer and the Microsoft Word version you're using, with the operating system I'm using on Mac. If I click on File here and I go to Page Setup, I could select a different paper size, and I could also ask it to scale to fit that paper size. You might have to play around with that on a test page. One trick though, when I print on watercolor paper from a stack. I put in a stack of watercolor because it grabs better. If I only put one piece in, it might not grab as well. Otherwise, just do the manual feed if your printer allows for that. And that's it. Save it and you're ready to print. So just let me know in the comments if you have any questions.